Hey everyone, well Q&A is out because nobody loves a question, but I didn't expect most people to. But I do want to talk about like one of my favorite uh, recent anniversaries this year. This year is the 20th anniversary of Kim Possible, the popular Disney Channel series that I actually not only ended up loving, even though I was in college. It was really the only reason I watched Disney Channel apart from movies back then. But something I didn't expect would happen was that Kim Possible would be like one of the biggest fan fiction drives I've ever had, and only Batman has been up there with that. So, what was it that got me into that show is really, frankly, the writing, surprisingly enough. When I first saw commercials for this show, I pretty much said, okay, it's another Spy Kids, it's an anime Spy Kids for Disney Channel. But I ended up loving the characters, I ended up enjoying the comedy of it, and I actually seriously love the writing. I think, if anything, Kim Possible really talked about writing that I actually love that mixed a lot of comedy with a lot of action that I was actually starting to get into writing right after college. So, after Kim Possible ended in 2007, I actually ended up writing two film scripts for a possible sequel to the series. The first one was basically John Hughes meets James Cameron. It's very much that action comedy that I loved. It had like a lot of darker moments. I thought it would be like the first Disney animated movie to hit PG-13 just for the level of violence I had in it in action. Excuse me. And the second script was basically the part two of that script, which was basically Ron and Kim becoming parents and learning how to negotiate life like that. I ended up doing most of the work on the first script. I got about 20 pages into the second script. I never finished either, but I got pretty far, and so far that I actually ended up sending it to Mark McCorkle and Bob Schooley, who actually created the show. I actually did find their addresses, or at least their office addresses, and I wasn't like doing it for anything that like this is my idea for a Kim Possible script. What do you think of it? And I got back pretty much a letter that said like no solicitations with requirement. It pretty much means like we don't look at anything that hasn't been sent to us by an agent. So I still have that letter just because I was somebody sent me back something for it. I was just stoked I got like any response at all. So I said like, okay, well, I'll do it for fun. And I kept that. I still got the original script that I sent and came back. And actually around 2016, 2017, right when I was in the midst of writing Kellish Nights, I did have a good idea for like doing a sequel series, which kind of like has already been done in the past 3 or 4 years, bringing back like classic shows. But I like the idea of doing like a Kim Possible Beyond, which is basically Kim as an adult teaching her daughter how to be become a heroine. And I liked that I outlined like a whole season 1 of about 12 episodes. I wrote the pilot episode, and I wrote the season 1 finale called Return of Ron, because in my series, Ron does not show up until the last episode of the series, because just from my standard, I have in the beginning that Kim has stopped saving the world. She's become a mom. She's become a teacher. She moves back to Middleton to become a middle school gym teacher. And her daughter dealing with like middle school and stuff like that. Not middle school. I want to say like probably 5th grade, maybe because her daughter is 10 in the series. But I always had in the back of my mind, why would Kim stop saving the world? And the big thing that I thought drove the whole show, at least in the first season, was that she lost Ron. It's never explained that It's never explained what happens to him. He just vanishes in like a warp zone kind of thing, and Jennifer reunites with him in the final episode and brings him back home. much like Tron Legacy, which I do like. I don't hate that show like so many people, that movie like so many people did. And I considered actually reading some of that script, but I still have a kind of a hope and a love that like my scripts will see the light of day and plausibly get made into a show on Disney Plus. Maybe it's just a pipe dream, but it's honestly a fan favorite for me. I love those characters. I love what I ended up coming up with. I did actually outline all of the episodes, and I started writing what would be the third episode, which is Justice or Us, which is basically showing what happened to Shigo and Dr. Draken, the main villains from the show. But I hope you all love my Kim Possible love sharing right here, and happy 20th to everyone involved in this great show. Take care.